Oh, there is, just a minute, I just saw something. No, I did find the chat, good. Hi. Welcome to the library orientation for functioning on the child study team. I'm the one of the reference librarians, Sheila Kervin. And today we're going to explore how to get cases on special education and also articles if you need those. The first thing that we're going to do is just explore a few of the things that the library has for you. If you have looked in Blackboard, you'll see that there is a link in Blackboard to library resources and the information literacy tutorial. These are some of the things that can help you in all of your courses with your research. The first thing you should do is begin at the Guarini Library homepage. You'll notice that it's on the right and left sides. There are different forms of information for you, and in the middle, there are library resources in the center of the page. Some of the information you can find on the library homepage are our library hours, LibGuides, which are curated websites to help you in your specific topic or subject, WorldCat Discovery, which gives you a global search of databases and ebooks, a sort of Google for all of the resources that the library has, databases, which you can use to find journal articles, and also Ask a Librarian for help. One of the things we're going to use is LibGuides by Subject Education. The tiny URL for that is tinyurl.com/NJCU Education Guide. So I'm going to go to the live demonstration now and stop my share. When you get to the library homepage, just scroll down and find LibGuides by Subject. Click on that. Scroll down again and go to Education. When you get to the Education LibGuide, you'll see that you can find our library hours, tests that might help you, databases, journals and e-journals, books and ebooks, reference handbooks, both ebooks and in print, selected links for your topics, and also citation help. Right now, since we're looking for law cases, we're going to scroll down under subject databases, and we're going to click on Westlaw next. When you are accessing any database from off campus, you have to put in your GothicNet ID. That is your ID for school and also your library card number. Westlaw is one of our databases that, whoops, I'm just going to ask you to mute. Westlaw is one of our databases that gives you cases, rules, and it will also give you articles from law journals. First we're going to use the cases. Just one moment. Good. Welcome to those students who just came in. And I've just used the library's LibGuides by subject from our library homepage to get to Westlaw. When we, does anybody want me to review it, or should I just proceed?
Good morning. Thank you so much. If you can review, it was very hard for me to go in. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Great. Okay. So we'll do a quick review again. So from the, I'll just change my share. Just one moment. Whoops. Oh dear, yeah, I was at the right place. All right, little technical difficulty here. Let's go back. Yeah. All right, so from the library homepage, the resources are in the middle. I'm going to go to LibGuides by subject. I'm going to click on education.
Sheila, we can't see what you're doing.
Oh dear. It says I'm screen sharing. Let me just see. All right, totally lost my page. Just one moment. All right, just one moment. I'm sorry, I sort of got lost here. Just let me click out of this. Share the screen again. Good. Can you see what I'm doing now?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay. We'll get through this. This is all a brave new world. From our library homepage, which was njcu.edu/library, we'll click on LibGuides by subject, which are curated websites drawn up by the librarian on certain topics. We'll go to education. You'll notice that there are many different tabs with different source of information, but right now we're interested in the subject databases. We're going to scroll down to the end and find the database Westlaw next. In this database, you'll not only have cases, federal materials, state materials, but you'll also have secondary sources, which will be articles. We're interested in cases, so I'm going to click on cases, and I'm going to search special education. And New Jersey. I'm going to do the search, click the button, and I get approximately 945 cases concerned with New Jersey and special education. Now you can also, if you're interested in certain things like IEPs or some placements, you can also do a search on that. And I'm just going to quickly review the types of searches that you can do before we go back into this. So I'm going to stop my share. You can look over your topic and choose words to search indexes. If you're looking, as I was, for cases on special education in New Jersey, you combine your keywords with "and." So you'll put into the search box special education and New Jersey. If you're looking for schools or education, or you want to broaden your search, you can use the Boolean operator, or you could put in schools or education. You could put in teacher or instructor. You can put in disability or challenges, anything that will broaden your search. That's with the Boolean operator or. And if you want to restrict your search, you can use the Boolean operator not. So if you're searching for special education but nothing on adults, you can enter special education, not adults, and it should throw out articles that mention adults. So it's just a way of refining your searches if you need it. Always remember that if you put in natural language the way that we speak, it narrows your search. So if you put special education in New Jersey, you would probably get, say, 5 results. But if you put special education and New Jersey, you'll probably get many more results. There's also something called truncation, which you can use in like the EBSCO databases, certain databases do this. Where if you put in an abbreviation, a root of the word, it'll retrieve all possible endings. So you do that by using the root of the word, like teach with an asterisk, and it will retrieve teacher, teachers, and teaching. So now we'll go back to Westlaw next. Are there any questions so far? Everybody's okay?
Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Sheila.
Okay, so when you get to these many cases, you can just click. This one looks interesting just because we're near Bayonne. You can click on the title. That will bring you to a larger reading of the case, the synopsis. It'll also go to filings, negative treatment, the history of the case, citing references, and the table of authorities. So you can read through the whole case in detail and try and understand the basic concepts, etc., that were involved in this case. So basically, it's very simple. You have a lot of cases that you could go through. The other thing that's helpful is when you look at the history, you can see other cases that might have led up to this case. And with the citing references too, and the filings, you can see if this was the culmination of many different cases of different. So this is in the appeal, so you know that there was a judgment, but it was appealed to a higher authority. Okay, are there any questions about that? Okay. Do you want to try it on your own, or should I just go on and show you where to find articles? Students?
Maybe you can hear me. I don't know what happened with the system here, but I will be happy to see how you find articles.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we've got this down. What we'll go back with Westlaw. If you just click on this, it should bring you back to the home page. So I click back to the home page where we can look for materials. We just looked at cases. Now we're going to look for secondary sources, which are articles. So I'm going to click on secondary sources. And you see that I can do it in many different, do my searches in many different ways. I can look in American law, of course. I can look in American jurisprudence. I can also look through materials by state. I can look by topic. But I'm going to do just a broad search right now. I'm going to do the same thing, special education. And New Jersey. So I've got 523 articles. I can also, if you look in the left-hand corner, I can click reviews. Oh, could you please mute? I can put law reviews and journals. I can click national or federal or state or international. And you also see that you have a count of how many resources we have. Okay. So any of these, I'll look at this, the quest for a meaningful mandate for the education of children with disabilities. This is from 2004. And I'll click on this. And you'll notice that I can read the article online. Please mute as you enter. Thank you. Okay, I can read through the article and see what it has. It also will highlight the terms that I've put in. So I can see immediately if it's relevant to my search. If it is relevant to my search, I can click this down arrow. I can email it, print it, download, and add it to a Dropbox or Kindle. And I could have done that in the cases too, okay? And if I'm emailing, I can also choose the format that I want it emailed in, Microsoft Word, PDF, etc. Okay. Are there any questions with this now?
Thank you so much. No.
Yeah, okay. I also, although you wouldn't be using it for this, we also have, if you're getting things from other sources, I don't know how many of you are in RefWorks, our citation management software. I don't know how many of you have signed up for that. And that's just a way for other journals, not for these, but for other journals to get your citations together, which I could also show you too. There's another database I'm going to show you just quickly, just in case you need some background information. And I'm going to go back to our LibGuide. And just under Westlaw Next, there's a Legal Information Reference Center. And again, with this one, you can put in special education. And this is more information like chapters, like background materials on special education law, etc. So this you might also find helpful, and you can also find other cases that might be helpful to you. It's another way to search. Okay. And that was under our databases where we first started out in our education LibGuide. Any other questions or any confusion?
We're good.
We're good, okay. Now, if you have other materials that you're searching for in the general databases like Education Source or Education Database, which you could also use for background on special education law, that's will have many, many more articles, and it'll be much more general. The last two I showed you might be more helpful. But with those databases, in fact, I'll just open one just to show you. So as you can see, we've got quite a few articles on special education and law, which may or may not help you. But all of these you can just click on, and you probably use these databases already to get the full text. You can print them, email them, save them to a disk. And here we also have an export to RefWorks. I don't want to confuse you, but just to show you how RefWorks works, I can just save it. It opens up to the database. I'm already a member, but if you're not a member and this is free for you, you just say no account, sign up here, and it takes about 5 minutes. You will have to use your your university email. Let me just, yeah. And when you get in, you just click import. Okay. And the article we just saw is right here. And if I need to create a bibliography with it, I just click create bibliography. I use APA 7th. Just a minute. And there's the reference down there, and I can copy and paste it in my paper. So that's a very quick overview. I'll send you a PowerPoint with more helpful steps so that you can follow yourself. I'm going to go back to our LibGuide, and if you are not too sure how to get to RefWorks, it's under citation help. You'll see click and you'll take you straight to RefWorks. But I'm going to just review what we did again. If you need help, there's Ask a Librarian, where you can get in touch with us during library hours via email, text. You can also request a Zoom session. You can leave a message for us. Just click this. On our phone line, if no one is in the library, at 201-200-3033. You can text us at 201-667-2238. And you can email us at libraryref@njcu.edu. Again, our resources are LibGuides by subject, databases by title, and you can always find our library hours on our webpage. So are there any questions? Everybody still with me? Hello?
Yes, I don't think anyone has a question.
Okay, so I hope that this has aided you, and I hope you all get A's in your papers, all right? So good luck. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheila. And you'll be able to send me the recording, right?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. And thank you to those who were able to attend.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I'll end the meeting for all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.